What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Gone in 60. Thanks for tuning in. Today don't have the best of news. I've been having some challenges with my car. As many of you know, I've been doing some detail reviews and some different things on the car. And a couple Saturdays ago, I was out putting on the Duracoating technology on my tires for the tire shine. And I've loved the product. And I was out here most of the day just detailing the car and working on it. And I had my key fob in my pocket. And I think it was recognizing the key. And anyways, when I went to start it up, the car did not start. Now, I know there's been issues with the Dodge Challengers on their screen with Uconnect, not turning off. And sometimes with my car, you know, I come out here and things are still on. And so I don't know if I have a setting wrong or what's up with it. I mean, that battery acts like it is dead as can be. So annoying, so frustrating. So there you have it, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I've never owned a car where I've had troubles with the battery that quick. So I'm gonna get a jump. I'm gonna take it down to dealership. Actually need to get an oil change on it. So hopefully they can figure out what's going on. All right, guys, so just sitting here in the dealership. So got my oil change, got my tires rotated, and on the battery, they tested it and they say everything looks great. But I showed them the clip of how dead the battery is, and it's still, you know, just a second. Yes, lots of people walking by. But they are adamant that the battery's fine, and I'm like, well, of course it's fine, because I drove over here and the alternator charged up the battery. So then I go talk to a service manager, and then they can't get me in for a few days, and I really need a car, and I didn't think this would be that big of a problem. It's just a battery. I throw a new one in there, you know, and after I showed them the video clip of what it does, they're like, oh yeah, it's a dead battery, but we have to hook it up on the special monitor that tests it for like 4 hours, and you'll have to come back tomorrow. And so as I was scheduling with the service manager, they're asking me questions, and they're like, hey, this isn't gonna be covered. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not gonna be covered? And they're like, well, where did you buy the car from? And I'm like, I bought it from a Dodge dealership in Lincoln, Nebraska, brand new. And he's like, so is it pre-owned? And I'm like, no, I said it was new. And he's like, well, I'm not sure if we can cover that. And I said, what do you mean you can't cover it? The car's got 4,000 miles on it. So I don't know if this is the customer experience I get from Dodge. I'm not very pleased if I have to come here again, but I really don't want to leave my car here overnight. I'm nervous of just people working on it. You know, I don't know, because what'll happen is it'll stay overnight and they'll have to jump it in the morning to be able to get it started. And I don't know. I don't get it. Well, just when you think it doesn't get worse, it does. So I'm trying to even think of how to recap this for you guys. They changed my oil. They wanted to look at the car and put it on the machine for a few hours to determine if the battery's bad, because they determined it was good. And so they changed the oil, they brought it out to me, and I said, hey, you know what? Like, can I just get a loaner car, please? Like, you know, I live like 6 miles from here. I have a few appointments in the morning. Can I just get a loaner car? And he says, yeah, let me go check. Goes and checks, comes back. Nah, we're all full. We can't give you a loaner car. And it's the same guy that was challenging me on where I bought the car from. And he's like, I don't know why we can't get you a loaner car, you know, but yeah, we're full. And I said, well, what do you mean you're full? I said, any dealership I've ever had an issue with that is their issue under warranty, I get a loaner car, like no questions asked. So they couldn't give me a loaner car. And then I just finally just got frustrated. And I says, look, you've been super helpful to me. I really appreciate you. But some of these other folks that I've worked with here, like, what is going on? Like, I showed you the video of it, and he said, yeah, the battery is dead. Like, I can tell the battery's dead. And he says, actually, when we were changing your oil, we had to jumpstart the car in order to get it out of the bay. And I said, so the battery died on you when you're in there? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what is the problem? Like, it's a $200 battery. Like, I paid over 30 grand for this car. Like, put a battery in it and let's go. And it has just turned into a big issue. And I finally got to the point, I just was like, you know what, I'm taking the car home. I said, I'll take this to another Dodge dealership. And he said, you'll have the same experience. And guys, I have a warranty on this car. I bought it brand new, bought it from Dodge. If this is the customer service I get, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. I just pray I don't have any issues with this, but I guarantee my battery's going to die when I go to start it up in the morning. But I was just so upset in that moment that they couldn't get me a loaner car, that the battery died on them when they were in there. And the rep said, I used to work for BMW, and he says, I don't disagree with you one bit. If we had an issue, we just fixed it on the spot, like no questions asked. And I'm like, that's all I'm asking. Like, it's okay, the battery died. Like, I'm more concerned about how the battery died, but I don't care, just give me a new battery. Anyways, I just am frustrated. I let them know I'm gonna have a call with their manager, and honestly, if they want to come fix my car, they're gonna come to my house and they're gonna put a battery in it. So that's how I roll. But I was really patient with them and cool, but from the first time I walked in there to dealing with them, it wasn't good. And this is American Fork Dodge, just so you guys know. So this is Doug Smith, American Fork Dodge. Guys, shame on you guys. This is not how you treat a customer that has a car under 5,000 miles. And I wouldn't say is your cheapest car on the lot, but I didn't buy it from them. I get it, but it should be the same across the board. So if you guys have had experiences like this with Dodge, or had experience with your battery, or if I'm crazy, please let me know. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry to be frustrated on here, but like, I simply don't get it. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll give you guys an update if there is one. But right now, pretty sure I have a dead battery, and I have a dealership that has to put it on a diagnostics machine for basically 5 hours to determine that the battery's actually dead when it keeps dying. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just don't get it. So anyways, guys, we'll make it a better day. It'll be all right. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back, baby. We're back in the Dodge Challenger. Just want to give you guys a quick recap on the last few days where we ended up. So I think I've calmed down some. Maybe it wasn't as big of an issue as I let it on to be, but I definitely have some things that I want to discuss. So after kind of finding out the situation with the battery, I called around to some different Dodge dealerships, and the process is all the same. Because Chrysler doesn't make their own batteries and they outsource it. In order for them to put it under warranty, they have to be completely sure that the battery's dead. And so I brought it back into them, and all the Dodge dealerships have this special machine that they have to put the battery on that looks to see if it's pulling power anywhere, to see why they're dead. And so they put it on there, they confirmed, surprise, the battery was dead, and they replaced the battery. So you know, all in all, as I called around to different Dodge dealerships, I realized that that's kind of their process and how they do it. You know, I've owned some Acuras, Infinitis. This really is kind of my first American-made car that I've owned. And I don't know, like, not being able to get a car, like, I'm okay the battery died. Like, let's just go ahead and leave the car there, give me a car, let me go on my way. And then, too, at the same time, what kind of car is that, dude? I am so glad that I do not drive basically a lawnmower. Some of these, like, Fast and Furious cars with these exhausts, I don't know if you guys picked that up on the sound or not, but we got a guy that's driving like Vin Diesel. Anyways, long story short, I've owned different cars, and something like this would have been resolved much quicker, and I would have been able to get a loaner car. I don't know if COVID's impacted that, but I've calmed down. I will say, because my wife is looking at getting a different car, there was a Ford Mustang at a Ford dealership that I test drove, and I might have cheated on my Dodge Challenger just because I was mad at Dodge, but she was also just looking at cars and they happened to have one. I'll give you guys a recap on what I think of the Ford Mustang compared to Dodge Challenger, but spoiler alert, I love my car and I'm so glad that I have this. So, you know, when you guys are buying a Dodge, especially Dodge Challenger, maybe Charger, don't expect to walk into a dealership and for them to roll out the red carpet like Mercedes does, or BMW, or Acura, or Infiniti, or some of these other brands. It's not going to happen. You're gonna wait in line. You're gonna have to book an appointment. It's just, I don't know. I've had different experiences at different dealerships, but now I know what to expect from Dodge. But my car's running. I got it back. Sorry for the rant. Sorry for the long explanation of all of this, but it's just frustrating. You have a new car and these issues happen, but I'm grateful that the issue got fixed. Hopefully we don't have this problem again. I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and for subscribing. Our Instagram is blown up. We're almost up to 3,000 followers, and looking for more YouTube subscribers. So as you guys watch this video, if you don't want to subscribe, totally fine, but at least give the video a thumbs up, give it a like, leave a comment. It helps the video go further into YouTube's algorithm. So thanks, you guys. You guys are the best. I love my car. I love this channel, and I'm excited to just continue to bring you guys awesome content. So with that, you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.